Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Riley.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Gant, Mr. Vale. Let's see. Doesn't seem like we have too many people on. I'm going to address everybody individually. So let me just go ahead. It's 9 o'clock. And Ms. Smith, would you let me know if everyone's in or when everyone gets in? Good morning, Mr. Howard.
Good morning, Judge.
Let me know when you're ready, Ms. Starwood.
Everyone's in from the waiting room, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's the final component, sorry.
Okay, so that's in.
So the one I gave you, you can give it to me.
Okay.
Or you can call that one. Morning.
Good morning. All right, good morning again, everyone. I'm Judge Eric Moore. This is the Orca D status conference calendar, the Orca D show cause calendar, and the Orca D final plea calendar. It doesn't appear that we have too many people on the Zoom with us, so I'll call the calendar to see who we have here. We do have one gentleman in the audience. He's here for the 11:30 calendar, so we may be taking him on this 9 o'clock calendar also. If I call your name, please let me know that you're present. Mark Burleson, position 1, Orca D status conference calendar. Good morning, Ms. Marshall Story. Is this your
Good
case?
morning, Judge. How are you?
Doing well. I hope you are as well.
Thank you. Yes.
Can you tell me what was the theft of service?
Your Honor, this is my calendar.
Okay, Ms. Riley. I'm
No
sorry.
problem. This actually has been sent to diversion and he has been accepted. That may be why he is not present this morning.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Position number 2, Liana Brown.
Your Honor, she also has been accepted into the diversion program.
Okay, thank you. Position 3, Kimberly Flux.
What's your
Forbes.
Phelps. Good morning, Ms. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Phelps, again, I'm Judge Eric Moore. You've been here before, is that correct?
Yes, because last time I was there on March the 2nd, but I told you I had an incident where I had got shot and you had rescheduled, reset my date.
Okay, and do you want to speak with the public defender today to see if you can be represented by them regarding this matter?
Yes, please, because
Okay,
I
that's
haven't been able to fill out the paperwork or even get. I think y'all saying you have to fill out some kind of paperwork, but I haven't had a chance to do that because I've been recovering. But yes, I would love to speak to the.
Okay, so we'll put you, as soon as I finish with the calendar, we'll put you into a breakout room with one of the public defenders and see if they can assist you in completing that paperwork, okay?
Okay, please. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Just hold on for me.
Okay.
Position number 4, Gary Norman. It's going to be a dead docket. Position 5 is Gary Norman also. Going to be dead docket.
When you say Norman?
Gary Norman? Oh,
Well, I don't know if they're two separate people. That's Gary Norman Jr.
It is the same person, Your Honor.
okay. So you're Gary Allen Norman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Norman. Let's see. Mr. Norman, do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender today?
I was told I'm a qualified public defender.
Okay.
I actually already spoke to the prosecutor in the last court.
Okay.
I was told that if I have my license and prove that I have my license, they will dismiss me.
Okay. So is this your case, Ms. Riley?
Yes, these are both mine, Your Honor.
Okay. And what, would you come up to the microphone, Mr. Norman, since?
It's facing the other way, but he can just say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see him.
So, Mr. Norman stated, Ms. Riley, if you didn't hear him, that that he's been here before and that the solicitor said that if he received his license, that you all would dismiss these charges. Is that correct or not?
Your Honor, I do not have any indication of that, but I'd be willing to speak with Mr. Norman. I'm
Okay.
not sure who he spoke to previously, but there are no notations.
Okay. And I just want to say that I do have his license here along with a DDS form, and they do appear to be valid.
Valid.
Yes.
Okay, thank you,
So-
Your Honor.
I'll have, if you'll put your number in the chat. Do you have a phone, Mr. Norman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to have you call Ms. Riley and speak with her after I finish calling the calendar so that you all can see if you can work something out, okay? All right, so thank you, sir. Position 6, Henry Rower, R-O-W-E-R.
Your Honor, I also have that he's been received in diversion.
Thank you. Position 7, Tesla Scolas.
Judge, that's the case I'm going to be handling. I have some information that I need to pre-trial with the state. If it's Ms. Riley, Ms. Marshall's story.
It's Ms. Riley, yes.
Okay. all
We
right.
spoke, yes, in
Good
March.
morning. Yes.
Good morning.
All right,
Just need
so,
to-
okay, we'll hold for your announcement, Mr. Howard. Position 8, Desmond Spurley.
He's on the call, Judge. That's
Yeah.
okay as well. We anticipate that'll be a plea today, Judge. I just need to speak with Mr. Spurling briefly.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Spurley? Mr. Howard's in the court with me, and he's going to speak with you, and I understand that that's a possible plea for today, okay? So if you'll just hang on for us, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Position 9, Khadijah Stegall. Mr. Gall on the line. Okay, that's going to be a bench warrant. Moving on to the 9 o'clock Orca D show cause calendar. Position 1, Alexis Davis. What was the reckless conduct in this case?
Your Honor, the defendant left 3 children under the age of 7 alone. We have tried to work out a reasonable disposition to give her some assistance, but we weren't sure whether or not she would actually come to court. And I don't see that there's an attorney of record at this time. The state would request a bench warrant.
Okay. Bench warrant. Thank you, Ms. Marshall-Story. Position 2, Julianne Smalley.
Your Honor, you should have a no pros for this case. It looks as though the co-defendant was dead docketed due to an FTA on March 16th. If you do not have that, then I will get that sent over to you. But I believe I sent it about a week and a half ago.
Would you? Okay, we have it. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
get that signed. Thank you. All right. I just signed that now, plus Ms. Marshall-Story. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the Orca D final plea calendar, position 1, Jamari Deadweiler.
Your Honor, I believe that's Mr. Vale's case. I did see him on the line. There he is. Okay.
Hey. Yes, Your Honor, I represent Mr. Deadweiler. He's positions 1 and 2. I believe we have reached a resolution with the state. Unfortunately, we have not been able to locate Mr. Deadweiler. I am not sure that he has received notice. Notice was sent out to a former address, but I don't know that he received it. So we would ask that the court not issue a bench warrant.
Okay, do you have his phone number, Mr. Vale? Were you in communication with him at some point?
No, Your Honor. Yeah, he did appear once for a Zoom hearing, so I was able to speak to him at one point. But he does have an outstanding warrant in another misdemeanor case. The only phone number I have is through his bonding company, but they were not able to locate him, and that number is no longer valid.
All right, so he's been here before, so I'm gonna give him one additional chance to, for you all to see if you can get in touch with him and for us to give him another notice. What is that reset date for the next hearing?
Well, Your Honor, I would just add for the record that Mr. Deadweiler was on the calendar for March 23rd and was also a no-show. At that time, I saw in the system that there was a probation violation, and it was possibly that he was in custody. However, I'm not sure when he appeared previously to March 23rd, but he was also a no-show on 1/23rd. So we would ask for the cases to be dead docketed.
Okay. I guess you don't have any objection to that, Mr. Vale.
No, Your Honor, I don't. I would add he's not in custody in Fulton. If he is in custody somewhere else, that I have not been able to determine.
Okay, we'll dead docket both 1 and 2. Position 3, Dontavius Jackson or Dontavius Jackson.
Good morning, Your Honor. I do not see Mr. Jackson on the call. I do have an important update for the court, Your Honor. During our last Orca hearing, the PD's office had entered into plea negotiations with the state. However, subsequent to that discussion, I discovered that Mr. Jackson is a conflict for our office, so that we will need to find conflict counsel for him, Your Honor. There is a co-defendant in this case, position
6,
Stevenson.
Brittany Stevenson.
Yes, and I received discovery on Monday.
And so you're representing Ms. Stevenson, Ms. Gant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's see.
And I do not see her nor him in the waiting room or in the chat.
Have you spoken with Ms. Stevenson since the last time We were here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm gonna,
If I may, Your Honor, we were talking about a plea, but in light of this new information, I do not believe that we would enter the plea today. We would need to have a reset so that I may just dive deeper into this matter, Your Honor.
okay. When is our next final plea calendar? Okay, I'm gonna reset both position 3 and position 6 to June 8th at 11:30 for a final plea calendar. Will that give you enough time, Ms. Gant?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Gant, I believe you were previously speaking with Ms. Marshall Story. However, I may have a resolution that would, resolve you having to conflict out of one case. So if you want to contact me regarding that resolution.
Yes, I would certainly entertain that.
Thank you.
All right, position 4, Sharman Kendrick.
Your Honor, I also represent Ms. Kendrick. She is not able to appear today, but she's in the hospital. So I would ask that we reset this case as well.
And this was on the final plea calendar. Do you want to reset to a plea calendar, Ms.
Yes,
Gant?
Your Honor. And if I may, we never placed the plea recommendations on the record.
Okay, would you like us to do that now? Or would
Yes,
you like,
Your Honor.
Ms. Riley or Ms. Marshall Story, whose case is this?
This is my calendar, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the state's recommendation for Ms. Kendrick would be 12 months probation, a $300 fine, or 30 hours of community service. And the state does not have an objection to probation terminating upon completion of conditions.
Okay. Position 5, Martha Mooten.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning, Ms. Mooten. Can you activate your camera for me, please?
Yes. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ms. Mooten. You've been here before also?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Do you have a private attorney or would you like to seek the assistance of a public defender?
I think I applied for a public defender. You guys told me I couldn't. Well, I didn't apply.
She did not qualify, Your Honor.
Yeah, I didn't qualify for one.
Okay. Ms. Mooten, you have a right to remain silent. You also have a right to counsel, to be present at these proceedings. It's my understanding that you have previously applied for a public defender, but do not qualify. It's my understanding that you don't have an attorney at the present time. You've been charged with theft of services and giving false information to law enforcement. What would you like to do with these charges today? You have the option of speaking or getting a recommendation from the solicitor as to how to resolve the case today. You have the option of having a bench trial on the matter. If you do have a bench trial, it will be before me and it will be sometime in the very near future. You also have the option of having a jury trial of your peers. If you request a jury trial, your case will be returned to the division judge and you'll be sent out a notification for that sometime in the future.
I would like to talk this to the solicitor because it kind of happened on accident because I paid them their money.
Hold on, Ms. Mooten. You have a right to, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. So I just want, a lot of times people think that they're saying something that's going to help their case when in actuality it doesn't. So I want to make sure that you don't waive any of your rights, okay? So,
yes, sir.
Ms. Riley, what is the recommendation on the theft of services and giving false information charges?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a few options available to Ms. Mooten. We can refer the case to diversion, or if she can provide proof of paying the $131.60 in restitution to Holiday Inn, or if that has not been paid, if she would pay that restitution, or perform 40 hours of community service, the state would be willing to no pros the case. So
Okay,
it's diversion, which ultimately would result in a dismissal, or pay the restitution to Holiday Inn or show proof that it has been paid, or do 40 hours of community service for the case to be dismissed.
okay. I paid them the same day, and I took a picture of the receipt, so I can actually send that over to you, and I have it in my email, so I can actually send it over to you for proof of pay that I paid.
Okay, can you do that right now, Ms. Mooten?
I will put
Um,
my email address to you in the chat. Are you able to see the chat, Ms. Mooten?
Give me 1 second. Yes, I can see the chat.
Okay,
Yeah, I can see the chat.
I will send you my email address.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Riley. And
You're
if you,
welcome.
if you will report back on that, when you receive the information, we'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Let's see, and so that completes all of the 9 o'clock calendars. If we could put, which public defender can we put Ms. Phelps in with, Kimberly?
I'd
Position
be happy to
3?
speak with her, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Lovett, so if we can put Mr. Lovett and Kimberly Phelps into a breakout room, please.
Your Honor, I apologize. If I could go back to position 4, was that continued to June 8th at 11:30 as well? Ms. Kendrick, Charmaine Kendrick?
Yes, that was.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Your Honor, it's Bruce Vail from the Public Defender Office. May I be excused? Mr. Deadweiler was my only case on the calendar.
Yes, good to see you, Mr. Vail. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Howard, you need to speak with,
With me, Your Honor, Ms. Riley.
okay, Ms. Riley.
And yes, I need to speak to Ms. Riley, and also I need to, I think I'm going to be placed in a breakout with Mr. Sperling. Mr. Sperling, if I could do him first.
And I can call Mr. Norman, Your Honor, while he's speaking with Mr. Sperling.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think that takes care of everyone. Is anyone on the line whose name I did not call? Okay. Okay. All right. And the court will be in recess until we have an update.
Good morning, Your Honor. If I could just ask,
Hi, Ms. I'm here, Ms. McCutcheon.
oh, good morning, Judge. Yeah, if I could just make certain, I did see the order that Your Honor signed for the William Burns case that was scheduled for motions today. So I just wanted to make certain that whether or not I'm needed to appear at 11:30.
Have we contacted everyone about the 11:30 motions calendar, that it's been reset?
And Defense Counsel and I were in email communication yesterday, and as I informed the court, Mr. Hirsch did not oppose. He consented to the continuance.
Right, so we'll make sure that that everybody understands that that's been continued.
All right, thank you so much, Judge. Have a good day. All right, bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
And one last question, Your Honor, regarding
Yes.
your 11:30 add-on Orca B calendar. I believe that's the only calendar now that this motions calendar has been addressed. And it looks as though we have handled position number 1, position number 2, and position number 4. Am I correct in seeing that? They seem to have been duplicates.
Okay, I don't have that calendar before me, so
Okay.
Let me get that calendar and I'll come back to you, Ms. Marshall.
Okay.
And I know that we also have Mr. Jackson in court with us now, so I'm gonna see if we can take care of that on this calendar.
And that name again, the first name?
It's position 5, Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
So I do have the calendar now, Ms. Marshall Story. You say that their position 1 is a duplicate, position 2 is a duplicate. position 4 is a duplicate. Correct?
Yes, that was my understanding after hearing the calendars that they had been addressed on your previous 9 o'clock calendars this morning.
Okay, and so we'll just have position 3, Mr. Rauer, and position 5, Mr. Jackson, who will try to take care of this morning also.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Court will stand in recess. Mr. Lovett, is there an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, there is. It would appear, we're gonna go ahead and represent, position number 3, Ms. Fulps. I will be filing an entry of appearance today. In speaking with her, Judge, it looks like it's a little bit convoluted in terms of her taking some classes and doing some things to help dispose of this case. So in light of that, I would request a reset so that I can speak with the state. I don't think it's something we're probably going to be able to get to the bottom of today.
Okay. Say it again, I'm sorry. Okay, June 8th at 11:30. Will that work for you, Mr. Lovett?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll reset you for that time, and hopefully we can get this resolved, all right? You're on mute, ma'am.
Oh, okay. At 11:30.
So we're gonna reset your case so that you will have, so that Mr. Lovett will have an opportunity to look into the matters for you. And hopefully, when you come back on June 8th, he'll have a clearer picture of what's going on, and we can move the case forward.
And do I have another hearing for 11:30? Because when I talked to the clerk yesterday, she said 9 and 11:30 today.
We've taken care of that, both those cases on this 9 o'clock calendar, okay?
Oh, okay. I just don't want no problem.
Right. I understand you.
Yes.
We've already made a note of that, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You have any other questions this morning?
No, sir. Not at the moment.
All right, very good. We'll see you back in June, okay?
Okay, thank you. All right, thanks.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. I'm free to leave?
Yes, you're free to go.
All right, bye.
Mr. Howard, is there an announcement?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Sperling, we're ready to enter the plea in that case, and then I do need to get into breakout with Ms. Riley. I think I missed a little button to talk with her.
Okay, all right. So, and you've gotten all your paperwork together for Mr. Sperling?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we'll put you into a breakout room with Ms. Riley.
Okay.
So we can put Ms. Riley and Mr. Howard into a breakout room, please. All right, and again, we'll be in recess. Do you have an announcement, Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Howard is trying to get in touch with Mr. Sloss. We have reached an agreement if he can get him to join Zoom.
Okay, very good.
Also, on positions 4 and 5, Mr. Norman, I am working on the no process for both of those cases.
Okay, and so both of his cases are going to be non-process this morning?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Norman? Did you get? No, you're fine. They're going to non-process both your cases. The solicitor sending that non-process to me momentarily. You can either wait around and get a copy of them if you want, or you can go about your business this morning.
I'll wait till I get it.
Okay, so I'll let you know when I have them, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ms. Riley.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Howard is ready on Mr. Sperling.
Yes, Your Honor. And also with Ms. Mouton, if I could make an announcement, she is not able to send me the documentation currently. I believe she's on her phone and she needs to go home to be her computer to send it. And I'm not willing, to dismiss until I have that proof. So if Ms. Mouton can be reset maybe to next Wednesday for her to provide that proof to me.
Okay, what calendars do we have next Wednesday? We can make it an add-on. That's gonna be the 27th. Okay, and it's not.
9 a.m.
Okay, great. Okay, so Ms. Mouton, are you there?
Yes, oh, yes, Your Honor. I'm here.
Okay, so I'm gonna reset you till next Wednesday, the 27th at 9 o'clock. If you provide the information to Ms. Riley before that time, and she advises what she's going to do, then we will move forward with it next Wednesday at 9, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you next Wednesday.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Ms. Riley. And let's see, Mr. Sperling, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you come on camera for me?
Yes, let me flip it around.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would expect the evidence to show that on February 22nd, 2017, Mr. Sperling placed Orca Sperling in harm of her safety, bodily safety. The state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 10 days credit for time served, in the balance suspended.
How much time has been served?
The 10 days have been served, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, we would ask you accept the plea as negotiated. That's our understanding of the recommendation.
Okay. Mr. Sperling, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I will accept your guilty plea as negotiated, Mr. Sperling. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anything further on Mr. Sperling this morning?
Nothing further on Mr. Sperling, Judge. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day, Mr. Sperling.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, position 7, Mr. Schloss, I have not been able to get a response from him. He is in an inpatient program out of state, and I haven't been able to get someone on the phone to see if he can jump on the Zoom. I would ask the court to consider resetting this to the first available next calendar, plea calendar, or what have you, so that we can potentially resolve this.
Do you want it to the next available, or is June 8th okay?
Yeah, June 8th should be fine, Judge.
Okay. All right. So we're reset to June 8th at 11:30. Okay?
Okay. All right.
And I believe
Your
that you-
Honor,
Yes.
I'm
Ms.
sorry,
Riley.
which litigation manager should I send the null process for Mr. Norman to?
Ms. Stallworth is with me.
Okay, thank you.
And you are waiting on Mr. Jackson for the, also, is that right, Mr. Howard?
Judge, he has completed an application. He will qualify for our services. I think he's on, what, the 11 o'clock calendar, he said?
Right, right.
So yes.
So what would you like to do with him?
Judge, I don't have the 11 o'clock calendar in front of me. I'll need to talk to see what the charge is and all that, because
Okay, all right. So let me, we'll get you that.
Thank you.
And who's handling the 11 o'clock? That's Ms. Marshall's story?
Yes, correct, Your Honor.
So Mr. Howard is looking into, is it Jackson?
Yes.
Excuse me, is looking into Mr. Jackson's case, and thank you. And may need to speak with you momentarily, okay, Ms. Marshall?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Howard, would you like me to go ahead and send the incident report over to you, or is that available to you already?
Yes, that would be great. That and your offer in the case.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So aside from the NAR process, are we waiting on anyone else from the 9 o'clock calendars?
Your Honor, not that I am aware of. Are we holding off on the final plea calendar besides Mr. Deadweiler for, I'm not final plea, I'm sorry, there were some duplicates that were told that could be either 9 a.m. or 11:30. I think Ms. Stiegel was the only other one.
Oh, no, I think that, so on the 11 o'clock, 11:30 calendar, position 1 is Mr. Burleson, we've taken care of him. Position 2 is Ms. Phelps, we've taken care of her. Position 3 is Mr. Rauer, so we'll have to wait on him.
Well, he was, I'm sorry, he was received in diversion as well.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Position 4 is Ms. DeGaulle. We dealt with her. And position 5, Mr. Jackson, we're dealing with now. Mr. Howard, it will be speaking.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I thought Ms. Stiegel was also on the 11:30 calendar. And so I asked for a bench warrant, or you issued a bench warrant, but if she shows up at 11:30.
Oh, right. If she shows up at 11:30, then we'll take care of her at that time.
Okay,
Okay.
so just hold on the bench warrant for now.
Just hold on the bench. Well, she was on, she's on, hope against hope, Miss Riley. She was on the 9 o'clock calendar and didn't show up.
Okay.
What are the possibilities that she's going to show up for 11:30? We'll give her the benefit of the doubt and wait till 11:30 to see.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. No, thank you. And I do have the NAR process that I'm going to sign right now, and we'll get a copy. Oh, I'm sorry, dead dockets. Have you sent those NAR process over, Ms. Riley?
I'm attaching the second one as we speak, Your Honor. So it'll be just a moment. Okay, I just sent those.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. And if we can get Mr. Norman a copy of those. Ms. Marshall Story.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see. On position 3 for the 11:30 calendar, I believe that we have Attorney Hudson on the line also. It's my understanding that Mr. Hudson does not want to accept the version in that case. So, Mr. Hudson, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Your Honor. That actually for my client, Henry Roy Jr., and he maintains his innocence. And allegedly, he said that the alleged victim in the case reached out to the state not wanting to move forward. It's a question about him having authority to stay over her house while she was out of town. So he's not interested in taking that. We will rather continue on to the trial calendar.
Okay. Do you want a jury trial or do you want a bench trial, Mr.
Jury
Hudson?
trial will be fine. Yes.
So we're gonna have to get you the paperwork requesting a jury trial along with a, with the case management order. So if you can, if you'll hang on for us,
Judge,
yes.
What about, is the bench trial date sooner?
Yes, the bench trial date will be before me and it'll be probably sometime next month.
All right, let me get the bench trial date. We'll do the bench trial.
All right.
Okay.
What is our date for the next bench trial calendar? So it's going to be May 25th at 1:30.
All right, perfect. That works.
Ms. Marshall Story, also, it'll be May 25th at 1:30. So, and we, just so you know, Mr. Hudson, with the bench trials, we are asking everyone to come down to G33, the courtroom.
Okay.
And be present here for those bench trials, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You'll get notification.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, no, thank you. We appreciate it.
Ms. Riley, was this a duplicate case also?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so
Because
it
it
was
is
on the
also
9
on
o'clock.
the 9 a.m. calendar.
Okay, so Your Honor, because it was on that 9 a.m. calendar, Ms. Riley will handle this matter.
Okay.
Actually, I apologize. I'm off on May 25th, so I will not be present.
We'll figure it out, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so let's see, we are holding for Mr. Howard and once we get his announcement, we'll go over the calendars.
speaking with them, Judge, I think we probably can resolve this on the next court date. So if we could have the next status calendar or similar calendar where we could nail things down, but we think we may be able to resolve this on the next calendar.
Okay, so that's June 8th at at 9? Okay,
June 8th at 9, okay.
does that work for you?
Yes, Judge, I'm assuming, right, Mr. Jackson, you'll be back for that, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that completes the 9 o'clock calendar. So when Ms. Starworth is ready, we'll go over the 9 o'clock calendars.
Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, I think he's on the 11:30, Judge, Mr. Jackson.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Your Honor. If I
Yes.
may, are we going over all calendars? Because as I understood it, Ms. Riley and I were to go into a breakout.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Gant. And you were going to go into a breakout on which case?
Um,
On the co-defendants, Your Honor, Mr. Jackson and Ms. Stevenson. However, I can contact Ms. Gant via email or phone to speak about the matter since it's for June 8th. But if you prefer to speak right now, Ms. Gant, that's fine as well.
you may contact me.
Okay, you just
Well,
send
why
me your,
don't you all just go into a breakout room? I mean,
okay,
that's fine. Is that all right?
that's fine, yes.
Okay, so can we put Ms. Riley and Ms. Gant into a breakout room, please? Thank you. And we'll be in recess until you all come back, and after that, we will go over the calendars.
Judge Morrow.
Yes.
Hi, Ms. Gant and I spoke, and I was under the impression that the conflict was just for this case, but Ms. Gant has informed me that her office has a true conflict with Mr. Jackson specifically. So there will still need to be a conflict attorney because the conflict is not just this case.
Okay. So we're speaking of on the final plea calendar, Don Tavis Jackson, position
Yes, Your Honor.
3. Is that
Position
right?
3, yes.
So that will be continued until June 8th at 11:30 to get a conflict attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the
But
other piece? I'm sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was going to still put the state's offer on the record
Okay.
for both position 3, Dontavius Jackson, and position 6, Brittany Stevenson.
And okay, go ahead.
Okay. If Mr. Dontavius Jackson enters a plea to 12 months probation, a $500 fine, and 1 parenting class, after that plea, if he accepts it, the state would be willing to null pros the case against Miss Brittany Stevenson.
Okay. And Ms. Gannon, will you be representing Ms. Stevenson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And so you need a reset until June 8th for that case also?
Yes, Your Honor.
And maybe you can help facilitate, if you speak with Ms. Stevenson, let her know, I guess, what Ms. Riley's offer is regarding Mr. Jackson also. So maybe she can help facilitate getting him to court.
I will, Your Honor. Thank you.
So that we can assign him a conflict attorney. All right. Anything further on these?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the defense.
Okay. Are we ready to go over the calendars for this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Orca view show cause calendar. Position 1 was a bench warrant. Position 2 was a no cause. Orca view final plea calendar. Position 1 and 2 were both bid documented. Position 3 was rescheduled to June the 8th at 11:30 for the final plea calendar. Position 4 is reset to June the 8th at 11:30 for the final plea calendar. Position 5 has been reset to April the 27th at 9 a.m. for a status. Position 6 was reset to June the 8th at 11:30 for a final plea calendar. Orca B status calendar. Position 1 was referred to diversion. Position 2, diversion. Position 3, rescheduled to June the 8th at 11:30 for a final plea calendar. Position 4 and 5 were both no process. Position 6 was reset to May the 25th at 1:30 for a bench trial. Position 7 was reset to June the 8th at 11:30 for a final plea calendar. Position 5 was a guilty plea. Position 9 was a bench warrant. For the 11:30 calendar, the motion, position 1 was reset. And the add-on status conference calendar was reset to June the 8th at 9 a.m.
And since we've done pretty much all of the 11:30 calendar, can we go over that one?
That was I did those two were the 11:30, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
The others were duplicate. Yeah, the other ones were duplicate, so I didn't announce those positions.
Okay.
It was just that one case that if it is Jackson. That was rescheduled.
All right, and we also had position 4. Did we talk about Stiegel?
That was the first word on my calendar.
Okay.
That's what I couldn't get in touch with her. Unless they're gonna have to respond yet.
Okay, so just so you all know, we have reached out to Ms. Stiegel. We had 3 numbers. The first 2 were not valid numbers. The third number wouldn't allow you to leave a message on it. But we were able to leave a text message. If Ms. Stiegel contacts the court prior to or at that, if she shows up for the 11:30 calendar by contacting the court, we will reset her case. Otherwise, the bench warrant will be issued. Okay, any questions or concerns?
No, Your Honor.
No, none, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Any other business this morning for the Orca calendars? Okay, no,
believe
okay.
so.
All right. All right, thank you all. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
All right, you all have a nice day too. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.